Okay, I am doing this time, I think. So I have a new platform called StreamYard where I can go two places at once. I picked Facebook, Decorizing Your Life, and my YouTube channel. We're going to see how this works. I didn't really prepare this, almost like a practice one, okay? And so here we go. I still don't know how to turn the camera around. I need to turn the camera around to show you. That's the one thing I didn't figure out already. Well, there's several things I didn't figure out already, but I thought I got that one done. Let me see if I can do that. Nope, that wasn't it. I'm trying to switch the camera around. Nope, that wasn't it. Okay, well, how am I going to show you the project? Sorry, you're going to have to practice with me here a minute. I'm going to see if it's live on Facebook. This is working. It's working. I don't know how I'm doing that. Okay. Let me see if I'm live on YouTube. I really don't know how I'm going to get the camera to flip around to show you the project we're doing. We're going to work on this little thing. There's got to be a way to do the camera. Trying to see if it went on YouTube for me. Oh, it's showing it. Okay. Okay, well, I've got one part of this thing figured out. Okay, let me turn this down real quick. I've got one part of this thing figured out. All right. So now I've got to just figure out how to flip the camera. It's so easy on Facebook, but I'm on a different platform. Nope. Okay, hang on. If anybody has done StreamYard, can you tell me how to flip the camera around so you can see my project? I might just have to do it like this. No, that won't work. Shoot. Well, this is a practice. I thought I was practicing the other day and it was live and I didn't know it. Let me fix my stuff here. Well, shoot, I'm going to have to do some research on that. So I'm going to try to get this where you will see my project. How do I do this? No. Oh, hang on. If anybody watches this, it'll be amazing. Like, literally, I should send you money to watch this. Okay, let me see. Just going to try to do something. Oh my goodness. No, that's not it. How will I do this? It would have to be like this and then down. There's a way to flip the camera. And I don't know how to do it. Okay, well, let's just try it like this. Oh, my tripod is not cooperating. Ah, there. Wait. This is stupid, okay? Okay, wait a second. I got a different tripod over here because this one is giving me fits. How do you turn the camera around? Oh my, there's people watching. I'm so sorry. I've never used this platform before, this StreamYard. It's going to help me be able to get my YouTube videos out weekly. Because you can record and save and do all sorts of stuff. We'll just do it like this. Okay. Hello. This is crazy. Oh, I forgot. I didn't fix my hair, so I had this hat. Okay. What we're going to do today is I got this for $5 at Dollar Tree. I actually bought it for a client we were decorating for, and then we didn't use it. So what I'm going to do is use the trim mold, and this is our new Iron Orchid Primitives mold. And I'm going to use that little bitty thing right there. All right. We're going to just get going, okay? We're going to give it a foo-foo upgrade here. Using the Iron Orchid air dry clay because it is the best ever. It's artesian grade. This dried up because it was from a class, but I still water it down and do stuff with it. I store it with a wet paper towel. I'm going to see if I can move this a little bit. Let me see if I can get this bigger here. I do not know how to do all this stuff. That's okay. That's all right. I'll figure out all the button pushing. Believe me, I'll be researching it tonight. So I usually use cornstarch to dust my molds because it helps the air dry clay to release. And I just glued a makeup brush on here so that I don't have to find all the parts. We're going to try this right here. This little trim. I haven't even used this mold yet. I cannot wait. No, I did. I guess I made some resin pours out of it because you can use resin pour or air dry clay. You can use all sorts of things, but you can use these for sugar arts. This is my favorite glue in the world, Tight Bond, and it's quick and thick formula. And it really does set up quick. And so you can picture molds on a vertical surface and it not slide down without having to tape it, which if you don't have that kind of glue, you can just tape it until it dries or try to lay your piece on its back if it's a piece of furniture or whatever that you're doing. I would love to have anybody give me some comments or feedback if possible. I hope my phone doesn't. Actually, I have a charger right over there that I can get, so that'll be good. Okay, so I just do that. You want to keep this moist and covered. Sometimes I just lay a paper towel over it as you're working. And then you just work with gravity and kind of let that help it fall out. That's how I do it. You can make up a whole, oh, he came apart. That's okay. I probably don't need a whole one. You can put these on a cookie tray in the freezer so that they don't dry before you're ready for them. Like sometimes I sit in front of the TV and make up a whole bunch and then just freeze them until I'm ready to use them. And I don't defrost them or anything first. I just, they defrost real fast. So when I'm ready for them, they're pretty much defrosted enough to use. Whoa. So I'm just going to make this a little bit more foo-foo. You can cut these with the, let me, right here, with anything. Let me get a cutter. Well, shoot. I need to take this long on this. Just anything, any credit card, sharp edge, and you can make it, you know, which he's kind of, I'm going to kind of go with how the ear is, which is rounded at the tip. The ear, ha, antler. And actually I could go like this. That's what I love about air dry clay. You can kind of, yeah. You can make it go like a little snake instead of straight if you want. You can make 45-degree angles with it. Oh my goodness. This is already gonna look so good. Okay, let me see. So, which if this isn't perfect, it'll just like he was in a fight, right? A fight for his girl. The air dry clay does crack a little bit. The iron orchid cracks a lot less than a cheaper formula, but I don't care. I like the cracky. So let's just try to do this right here. Okay. This is so fun, guys. If you have not tried the air dry clay in the molds, you are missing out. I'd highly encourage you to get some. You can do so many things with this stuff. Okay. Well, I can't see if anybody's making comments. This is my practice run. I'm going to use the Jamie Ray Vintage. Well, it's actually Cottage Colors, curated by the Jamie Ray Vintage with the DIY paint. It's one step. You don't have to seal it. So let's just keep going with that mold a little bit. Oh, spilled my cornstarch. There is a micro ridge on these molds, which is patent pending to the Iron Orchid Designs. Do not order these off Temu. They stole the Iron Orchid design pictures, and then they come in like this big, and then they're just really thin, and they're just literally, oh, it's bad. And then there's other companies that have molds, and they just don't have this micro ridge or the thick heaviness, and these are big. These are great. Mine are on my website like $25 at this moment. I think they're really, most people sell them for more, maybe pretty close to 25. I'll just say pretty close to 25, because if this is seen later, there might be a price increase. I don't plan on increasing them anytime soon. But anyway, I know a lot of people sell them for more than that. But I will link in my description. DecorizingYourLife.com is my website. And I'm a stockist of Iron Orchid Designs and DIY paint. So I can ship out. I carry everything. I have pretty much everything unless it's out of stock. And I ship really fast. Like if I get your order, I try to ship the same day. If we're on a job, because I also organize and decorate houses, sometimes it might be the next day, or depending on if it's the weekend or something, it might be the next day. But I try to ship out fast. It will drive me loco if I cannot get right away to mail out. I really try to mail out quick, so you get your stuff sometimes in the same week you order it, within 3 days, wherever you're at. Less than a week. I don't know that it's ever taken me longer than a week to ship something out. It's looking so good. See how that just adds to it? Now I'm gonna have to do that side. This could take a minute, but it's fun and worth it. I'm not going to do the other side on here. I'm not going to do this whole thing on here because it would just take too long. But I do want to do enough that I can show you how to paint it and paint these molds while they are not dry. It takes 24 hours for this air dry clay to dry, but you can go ahead and paint. Just have a light hand and don't push down on it real hard because you will mar the image. Okay, just cutting it off. Let me see. You can put this glue on with your finger, with a brush. Just squirt it on like I did. It dries clear, so. Okay. Now let's find a fun little mold for his, oh wait, I got some, wait, I still got some right there. And then we're going to find a fun mold to put on his tail. My YouTube videos have a lot to be desired. There is a few off in there where I did it, I'm in a coaching group that for my DIY paint lady company, Debbie's Design Diary, teaches us how to do it. And she's a storyteller. And I'm just like, I tried to do that format. So some of them are more better put together and edited and stuff. And then some are just trying to get them out once a week. And I'm new. So they have a lot to be desired. I have workers now, so I hope to get where I am, training them. One is going to come down on Christmas break. She works for me. She's actually an apprentice for my interior design program thing I'm in. And so on Christmas break, she's going to come down and we're going to kind of get her going on how to do YouTube. She's been doing, if you watch me on Facebook, which I'm really active on, she has done a lot of the reels and stuff for me from our footage, and she's getting really good. And so I'm like wanting her to do my YouTube so that it's out more consistently and more edited and all the stuff. So stay tuned for that. So let's do one more mold for now. See, I think I like to do funky stuff like this flower to cover his tail or something. I just think that's cute. Just to kind of be outside the box, So I think he's going to have a flower tail. I mean, I'm putting trim molds on his antlers, so he can have a flower tail, right? I wish I could see comments. I mean, on Facebook, I actually have people that get on there and watch, but doing it this way, I have no idea. Like you've seen, I was struggling to get this going, but it worked. So I'm one step ahead. I just got to figure out how to make my camera flip. Okay, darn, that's not long enough, but we're going to make it work. And then I'm going to add a couple of pieces like to that little spot right there. So what can I add to that? I'll do that. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. If you mess one of these up, you just stick it back in and reform it. So that's cool. Okay, so we're going to do this one. I should have cornstarched him first, and I didn't. So let's see if it comes off. Yeah, it comes out pretty good. Look at that. Look at the, oh, these are so good, and the detail is so good. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that in half, or actually a couple of leaves off of it. He's like, hey, what are you doing over there? So he's got a flower tail. Okay. Okay, now I want to show you how easy it is to paint with this one-step paint. And I might, I might do something on his hooves. There's just so many things you could do, but let's just start painting with this. I love this stuff now. You do with the DIY paint, regular formula, the one that you have to seal with wax or top coat, you do not have to stir it. You don't have to wash it out of your brushes. Literally, it's crazy. You can just re-wet the brush and keep going with it. But this is a little different formula, so you definitely want to rinse your brushes out, and you do have to stir it. But it's so nice. So, and it can be used with a Mr. Water bottle like the DIY paint. It mixes with the DIY paint. I mean, you can do all the stuff. Okay, but this is a good paint to use for your base coat of something. If you don't, when you wet distress, if you don't want the wood to show, if you want a new base color to stay there, the one-step paint's awesome. And then you can put the DIY regular formula over the top, wet distress it back so easy, and then seal it, and this color of the one-step will show through. It's really nice. Okay, so let me get a paintbrush. And we're just going to start. I like the gray on this, so I still might wet distress this and let some of this gray show. And to get into the details of these molds without, even if they're completely dry from 24 hours, I still use a mister bottle. So I'll put a little paint on there, mister bottle it, and it'll just run through all those details, and it works so good. I'm just going to paint this one side of this guy. And I'm going to use our golden roll, which is our patina wax. We have a golden ticket, which is a sealer, but it's not a wax. It's more of a top coat. Okay, so I'm going to just, with the light hand, paint these antlers. I love to do the air dry clay, and then once the air dry clay is really dry within 24 hours, go back and distress it and let the white of the clay show, and oh my goodness, it's so good. So here you can have a before and after. So here's the with the molds, and here's before. Nothing wrong with that side, but I can just make it more. I am not a rustic looking person, so I wouldn't really have a deer without it being something funky like this in my house normally. I mean, I do. I'm not going to say I don't, but so this will dry really fast, and I'll probably just wet. I can actually just kind of, this paper towel still kind of wet because I kind of like that gray. You kind of got to have a window that this one-step paint can be wet distressed without having to use a sander. But see how I'm letting some of that gray. I just love that. So just kind of wiping some of that back. I like that. Let me give you an example of what our golden ticket does. Look how good that's looking. This is still kind of, you got to see the golden ticket. It is like one of my favorite products ever. Okay, it's right here. This is our pennies from heaven. And then I'm almost done because this is my practice slide, but I did want to do something for you. This is what our golden ticket looks like. It's a liquid patina that you can mix in wax and have a shimmer, But this is the pennies from heaven. Or you can use it just like old nasty hardware. You could just do a couple of coats over it and it's so good. Or paint your hardware and use the wax. So this is all non-toxic. It's amazing. And you can literally, you will walk around. The owner, she is hilarious, Debbie. She the creator of our DIY stuff. Got drip here, so she said, I carry this around in my purse because you just never know. And I just thought that was hilarious because she works in our house and in our studio, but she meant it from the heart. And I mean, because you'll just want to go around and put it on everything. It just adds some love. So here we go. I just do my finger. You can do a brush, whatever. Okay. It's so good. If you've ever used Rub and Buff, this is like Rub and Buff, but it doesn't stink. It's non-toxic. It's so good. Okay. So this isn't dry, so it's not going to be the love that it can, but I'll put it on something. Oh, never mind. It's showing up really good, even though this is not dry. Guys. Oh, it's good. Oh, I love golden. Okay, let me find something that is around here that I can do. What can I do to show you this? It's just, oh, I got something right here. Right here, this thing. This has not been sealed. This was just a golden frame that I used. What color did I use on it? A couple of DIY colors. I think sea glass and DIY paint. I mixed them or something. And then I just literally one coat, because when you're going to wet distress, you don't have to go hard and cover it perfect. So I just did one coat super fast. And then when by the time I was done with it, I could almost do it, or you could let it dry all the way. You've got like 6 months if you don't seal it to go back into blend and wet distress, the DIY paint, not the one step. And so anyways, I just took a wet wash rag and just washed it off a little bit, let that gold show through. And then now I need a wax or liquid patina it. But let me show you this. Okay, it's already kind of a gold, but I want to show you how yummy this stuff is. Oh. It's just, you just want to go and touch it everywhere. Do you see how that just, maybe I didn't give a very good example because you can't see it. This is a good product. And it's only like, I want to say it's $14. I think this is my only one since it's been invented, because this hasn't been out very long. I may have 2 of these open, but literally it goes on and on and on. And every person that I have demoed in here, they're like, oh, give me that. I've never heard anybody complain. So anyway, that's all I was going to do today because I'm practicing on this new platform. And I want to start going live. It's going to probably be January where I'm consistent and have my, where you can say hello and ask questions. And I want to show you these products and I'm going to go just lots of stuff. Okay. But anyway, so here we go. It's a start, right? Okay. I wish I could see what people were talking. There are people watching. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm going to let you go and I'll figure out how to do this camera thing. I'm going to get better at this. Okay. I know people that can help me. Okay. See ya. And YouTube, look everything up on YouTube. You can figure everything out. I can change flat tire now. Okay. You can look it up on YouTube. So, okay. Goodbye, guys. Please comment. I would love to have some feedback, even if like you're stupid and I'm never watching you again. It's good for my algorithms. Go ahead, put it out there. Most people are nice though, but I do try to listen.